Dear students of English grammar, we welcome you in our lecture 15 English version lecture in which we have a series passive voice. Means we are transforming active voice into passive voice, and in this series today our topic is to transform active into passive voice based on various verbs which have some certain prepositions with them in case of transforming passive voice. In previous lectures, you have gone through various types of passive voice. Now, today you will learn this passive voice based on preposition in type A and type B. In type A, we have tried to teach you passive voice which are based on some certain verbs, and these verbs take some certain prepositions, and we have enlisted those verbs which have some certain prepositions for you. Now in type B, we have used phrasal verbs, and you know what are phrasal verbs. We will discuss it after teaching type A. Student, this is M. Rahman and you are attending RSE classes of English language. RSE classes is such a channel on which for the first time we have created everything for especially the UP board students for class 10th and 12th. Everything is available here in English literature and grammar, and every solution you can find with us. So please subscribe our channel or see classes of English language, and if you like our lectures, please don't forget to like and share. Now let's begin with type A. In the first example, you can see I have written a sentence, I know you. I know you. In this sentence, I is subject and you is object, and usually you picked your object you and put it on the place of subject. Now, because of being in present indefinite, I have used are known. To me, the change in this sentence is I have used to in place of by. Why I did this? This is done because after known, by isn't used. To is used here, and the main feature is shown here for you in red color. Now the sentence in passive voice is you are known to me. It means to is the special feature, and you can understand to is used after verb known, third form in case of passive voice. Now let's see the example number 2. He pleased me. Now you will follow the usual rules of passive voice, and by them, through them, you pick your object, that is me, and me should be placed on the place of subject in nominative case. So you will write, because of being it in second form, I was pleased, and you will use with after pleased him. In this way you will write I was pleased with him. What is the new change in this sentence? The new change in this sentence is you have written I was pleased with him. You generally used to write by him, but whenever you have a word pleased, you have main verb pleased on the place of main verb. You don't use by, you use with. You just remember it. You just save it in your mind, in your brains. Snow covers the mountains in cold regions. This is the third sentence, and let's find out what is subject. Snow is subject and the mountains are object. Now you place the mountains on the place of snow, and you are going to transform this active voice into normally passive voice. The mountains are covered with snow in cold regions. You can write with snow in the end of the sentence. Now there is no problem, but the main thing is with is used after the main verb covered. So you always remember covered with, not covered by. In the same way, we see some other main verb in example number 4. My son's success rejoices me. Now you found out object me, and you have written it in the beginning in blue color. I have always shown the words written on object, on the place of object. So I wrote I am rejoiced at my son's success. I mean to say I have used at on the place of by. So because after rejoiced we use at. You learn it. In the example number 5, Rama married Sita. Sita was married to Ram. to is used after word married, and we don't use by. Sita was married to Ram. When two persons marry, uh, now we use to in case of passive voice. Now we are going to transform some difficult structures based on interrogative sentences. Let's see what does this poet contain. Now contain is a main verb. This pot is subject. Now there is no object, but actually the object is this interrogative word what, and it is interrogative pronoun, and you need not pick any object because you have your object what on its own place written here. So what is written in blue color because it is an object and it's contained in this pot. We use in place of by because uh, content is followed by in, means in is written after the main verb contained in passive voice. Now let's see example number 7. Who interests you? In normal sentences other than the verbs interest, we use who taught you, by whom were you taught. In the same way, on the place of by, students, you use in. Why I use in? This may be unusual for you. I used in because this in is used because of the word interested, because in passive voice we use in place of by in case of passive voice. In this way our answer is in whom are you interested. And you can also write such sentences in which you have preposition plus question word. You just begin your sentence with question word and you write whom are you interested in, means you can drop your preposition in the end of the sentence. After this, in the same way, we see what covered your car. So as with this sentence, and the same rule as you have used in rule number 7 in sentence number 8. There is a little difference because in the sentence 7, who was your subject? Here, what is your subject? It doesn't matter whether it is what or who. You just go after the rules. You just go with the rules. In what way? If you have who, always you remember, you change who into whom, and what remains what. And so as with this sentence number 8, what covered your car means what is your subject and your car is your object. What happens when we change such type of active voice into passive voice? If your question word is a subject, we use preposition just like by what, by whom. But if your verb is some particular type, you use preposition according to the used verb, and that is covered. And you always remember with is used with covered. So with what was your car covered? Your car is an object, so it will come before covered, and covered is written here, and your card has been written before covered. In this way your final answer is with what was your car covered, and then question mark. Just as I have already told you, whenever you have a preposition with your question word in the beginning of the sentence, it can be written in the end of the sentence, means what was your car covered with. And both the ways are proper in case you have given two options in your examination. In competitive exams, please you choose sentence based on a preposition written in the end of the sentence. I hope this type A you are getting properly. Related to this type A, you can see there is a column based on some selected verbs, and you can see some certain prepositions are used with it in case of passive voice. Now let's see what verbs are there and what prepositions are we are going to use in them. Now let's start with astonished. Astonished, we write at after astonished, means astonished is followed by at, known is followed by to, please is followed by with and at. When do we do this? This is an important question. Now I'm going to explain. Whenever we have with plus person, because of person we use with. If we have a matter, then we use at. For example, your behavior pleases me, means I am pleased at your behavior. And if I say you pleased me, then I was pleased with you. Then if you write person after preposition, then you choose your preposition with. And if at is followed by some matter or reason or thing, then you use at. Obliged to, amazed at, rejoiced at, contained in, covered with, alarmed at, consisted in, disappointed at, satisfied with, annoyed with. And there are two prepositions in case of annoyed. If you are using a person after preposition, then you will use with, and annoyed you use at before anything or matter, in the same way as you have done in case of pleased. So you please copy all these verbs and learn them. It is these prepositions and these main verbs are very important. These generally occur in your examination based maybe in academics or in competitive exams. Now let's begin type B. The sentences written in type B are based on phrasal verbs. Now let's understand what phrasal verbs are. Phrasal verbs are those verbs in which we add some particles based on preposition, and we change the meaning of that verb at all. Suppose look into. Look into means to investigate, but generally we see look means see. Now you find object and subject usually as you do in normal sentences, so as with this sentence here. And before we go through this sentence, let's see the sentence number third. He gave up bad habits. Bad habits, the group of word bad habits is an object, and you picked this bad habit and place it in the beginning on the place of subject. In this way your sentence become bad habits now were given up by him. Now students get sometimes confused that there are two positions, there is something wrong. No, there is nothing wrong. You just be free from worries. Actually this part is a part of this main verb, and it will be with this verb, and you use your preposition and then object usually. Now let's see in the next sentence, sentence number 2. He has called on Raju many times. Now I have added here many times, called on Raju. Raju is an object, and you will place this object on the place of subject. In this way you have written Raju has been called on many times by us. Even you can also rewrite the sentence Raju has been called on by us many times. Both sentences will be okay. Now sentence number 1 is being taught to you on the third place because it's somewhat complicated. You see, who looks into the matter. Who is a subject here, and you generally use who into by whom. You change in case of passive voice from active, so who, then you who by whom is the matter. Matter is object, so you place this matter before looked into. This matter is looked into by whom, and by whom is written in the beginning. The sentence is by whom is this matter looked into, or you can say whom is this matter looked into by. Both sentences will be okay. He has okay, I have done this. Now in the end, let's see the example number 4. You should listen to me. The main feature of this sentence is to is a part of listen, and the object is me. Then you will write me on the place of you, and your sentence will be I should be listened to by you. Now what do I want to say really? In fact, I want to say that you go according to the usual rule of passive voice. You picked your me and placed it on the place of you. I should be listened to. This too is with listen, so it will be with listen, and you will use additional by for your subject, and then you can write by you full stop. I should be listened to by you. This is the final answer of this question. And after studying this type A and type B based on preposition, we have studied today on the topic passive voice based on preposition. Now students, I hope you have gone through this lecture very well, and this will prove very useful for you in academics and competitive exams as well. And now please you keep on watching ORSE classes for further lectures, and if you want to get all these type of lectures, please don't forget to subscribe our channel ORSE classes of English language. And if you like our lectures, please don't forget to like. You can write in your comment box which lecture do you require and what your problems are there. On those problems we will prepare the lectures for you and we will upload it. One most important thing is We have prepared all the lectures based on UP Board class 10th and 12th, and for the first time there is full syllabus on our channel. Maybe it is literature or grammar, but not maybe, it is sure. We have prepared and have already uploaded it, so you please watch it and understand, and I hope you will get good marks. So please keep on watching ORSC classes of English language. Thanks for being with us. Thanks a lot.